Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am working on a 12 by 12 page today, and it is going to be a pretty simple spread, and I'm using lots of elements from an Elle Studio and I think maybe a crepe paper collection, but I'm keeping it pretty simple with some cardstock, a little bit of die cuts, and some splatters at the very end. So this is a real simple layout, very easy to make, and it has two photos. So I like when I do more than one photo, I usually tend to use smaller photos. So in this case, I used two 4 by 4 square photos, and I think they fit nicely on the page, and you can still do a lot of embellishment around them. That's typically why I only use one photo, because I like to do a lot of mixed media and other things around it and use a lot of my die cuts and things like that. And with the smaller photos, you can still do that and then get more photos on the layout. Because I know some people want to put more photos than just one photo on the layout. So this is a good way of doing that. I'll also take smaller photos and maybe put 3 or 4 of them in a row and make them a little bit smaller so they all fit on a page, and I can still get a lot of embellishments and things around them. So like I said, I'm using some crepe paper die cuts and some Elle Studio die cuts. I think they're from both from Valentine's type of collections, and I'm just kind of playing around with what I have in my stash, trying to keep my supplies at a minimum so I don't feel overwhelmed by the number of things I have. And that's a good thing to do too. So if you have a lot of things in your stash and you're just not sure where to start, sometimes it's very overwhelming when you have like everything out. So if you have a kit or something like that, it just kind of keeps things narrowed down to a few supplies, and it also helps making the decision process a bit easier. So here I am just layering things around the photos. I really like that little die cut that says the two of us. These die cuts that I'm using came in an old Scraptastic kit that I've had in my stash for quite some time, so I wanted to get that out. And sometimes when it's very Valentine's heavy or very theme heavy, it's hard to find pieces. But these pictures are actually taken at Easter, not at Valentine's Day at all. But I still think they work because it's me and my daughter just kind of being silly. And the little love theme works for that. So I'm just kind of playing with this. I'm not really liking the cluster here that I'm making at the bottom. So you're going to see that I'm going to change that here in a little bit to something a little more simple. And I just don't know. The arrow, that yellow arrow, and the sugar, just, I don't know, it just didn't seem to work. The other thing I did on this is I kind of wanted the background to look like a Polaroid photo. So I'm taking that, or I took that aqua or teal cardstock and I cut it down so there's more black at the background at the bottom than there is throughout the other part of the layout. So I kind of like that kind of different look. Instead of just making an even border all the way around, I thought this would be kind of fun to change it up. Also, it kind of gives a place for the photos to hang off at the bottom, and then an embellishment cluster here. So here you can see that I did change up that embellishment cluster at the bottom. I really like that little wood veneer XOXO heart, and then that other little piece that's kind of a ticket. And you can see there that I just tucked in that circle element. Sometimes you have elements in your kits or in die cut packs and things like that that you just don't really like, or it's just not going to work for you. That one was a typewriter, and I didn't think I was going to use the typewriter. So I like the circular element there and the color. So I'm just kind of tucking that behind the photo, and you never would know that it's a typewriter, and I think it works perfect. These little hearts that I have, I did punch those out for a previous layout with one of my Stampin' Up! Heart punches. It was one of the punches that had 3 different heart shapes in it. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry it anymore. You may be able to find it online. I believe those punches are EK Success. So if you're interested in a little 3 heart punch, I'm sure they have other ones too, even if the one that I had wasn't available. But it was one of those big, older whale size punches, and they make them a lot more compact now. So I'm just taking some time to glue all these things down. I'm not going to make you watch all of that because that's a bit boring. You can see that I added that little heart there on the love. There was a heart already, but I wanted it to be red, so I just took a little die cut piece that I had in the kit and added that on. I'm going to staple this little jar because it is that clear acetate. Sometimes it's hard to glue those down, so a lot of times I will staple those pieces. I'm just using my Scotch Quick Dry to add all the elements down, and now everything's stuck to the page, and I wanted to glitz it up a little bit, so I have this pen. I think it is, ooh, what's it called? Wink of Stella. It's a Wink of Stella pen. You can also get those types of pens from Close to My Heart. So if you are looking for something just to give a little bit of shimmer but nothing overpowering, those are really nice. They just add a little bit of shimmer to your page or to your layouts without putting a big chunky glitter. So kind of depending on the look you're going for. So now I'm just trimming down this sticker that was on this big 12 by 12 sticker sheet so it fits a little bit better on the page. And I'm just going to go through that sheet and see if there's anything else I want to add. I believe I pull a couple arrows, and you're going to see a little bit later that I am going to fussy cut some of these arrows with a craft knife. I didn't like how boxy those arrows looked, so this one I'm just going to trim down because it's pretty easy, but there's another one later on that's a bit more intricate, so I take my craft knife and cut out all the little pieces just because I didn't like that white space around it. This one was easy, so I just used my scissors. And I like how this looks a bit better. It didn't seem so boxy, and I just like not having so much of the kind of creamy white color background on this one. So I'm just going to trim that out. While I'm doing that, I just want to say thanks for subscribing to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted any videos. Summer and life in general has just been crazy, as I've mentioned in previous videos. Just when I think I'm going to have some time to craft, other crazy stuff happens, and with it being summer and warm, you want to take advantage of the weather so you can get some stuff done outside. We have a new house. It's just now been in here a year, and we're definitely playing around with things, making it our own. So when we have the opportunity to get outside when it's a nice day, we've been doing that. Plus, I've also mentioned we had some crazy water issues, and the rain has been crazy. We live in the Midwest, and there's been lots of flooding and lots of rain, so we've been dealing with all that in the house as well. So that's kind of what I've been up to. So let me know in the comments below, what have you guys been up to this summer? If you're in the States, let me know how you guys are having your summers here. If you're someplace where it's not summer and it's winter, let me know how you guys celebrate or enjoy your winter weather. Are you guys a winter person? Are you a summer person? I'm definitely much more a spring, summer, early fall person. I don't necessarily love the heat, but I absolutely love the fact that I can just walk out of the house with shoes on or no shoes on or shorts and be comfortable. I don't have to bundle all up. So that is my favorite time of the year. I like when it's probably in the 70s and mid 80s, nothing hotter than that. But I definitely will take summer over winter any day. So anyway, enough about the weather. I'm just going to finish this page off with a title, and it's going to be Mommy Smooches. So I'm using these stickers that came in the Scraptastic kit, and then I had these Remark American Craft stickers in my stash for quite some time. I'm just spelling out Mommy Smooch. I like having the mixed font here, and at the very end I'm just going to add some white splatters. I think what I could have done a little bit more, I think it looks a little plain there by where I have the title. I think I could have added a bit more behind it. That would have been a good place for either another die cut in the background or some mixed media. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm trying to keep this pretty simple. So I'm just going to add these splatters here, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up so I know what you're enjoying on the videos, and I will talk to you again very soon. The photos of the layout are here at the very end. Have a great day, and I will be back later. Bye-bye.